Hello, hello, hello. So today I'm going to show you guys how I achieved this look here. This is like one of my favorite looks to do ever. It's like the perfect bronzy, smoky eye. It's what I do all the time. I think it looks good on every skin tone. Everyone, if you're fair, if you're darker, everybody looks so cute in dark, like smoky, bronzy colors. So if you guys want to see how I get this look, then keep watching. Okay, so we're gonna get started. This is one of my favorite looks to do, especially when I just want to be like glowy and pretty, and I feel like I want to look like that all the time. So this is what I'm gonna do today. So I'm gonna get started by priming my eyes. Well, actually, first I'm gonna put my hair back because I find it so annoying when my hair is in my face and I can't do my makeup when it's like that. So I'm going to start by priming my eyelids with some concealer, and I just dot it on my lids like that. And I first start by blending it out just with my finger, and then I go back over it with my beauty blender. Then I'll just take my beauty blender and go over that. I'm going to go into my palette, and this is an old palette, but pretty sure everyone has a palette, or they have multiple palettes with these shades in it, because it's all brown and smoky, and everyone has those colors. So the palette that I'm using is Too Faced X Candy Johnson. I love this palette. Literally use it every single day. I use Whipped Cream, this highlighting shade, every single time I put my makeup on. No matter what other palette I use, I put that one on. It's like the perfect inner corner highlight. So that's why I always use it. But that's what I'm going to use today. So I'm going to take a fluffy brush and go into Cream Puff here and blend that into my crease. It's rainy and yucky outside, so hopefully you guys don't hear all the rain. It's crazy because yesterday was so nice out, and I was like, spring is on its way. Well, if you guys could look outside and see, spring is not here. The only thing I wish is that there was a mirror in this palette. That would make this palette perfect. Perfect, and this would be the palette I use every single day for the rest of my life, probably. So with that same brush, I'm going to go into pastry and basically do the same thing. Just deepen it up just a little bit. So now that we have that, I'm going to go into, with a different color, I'm going to go in with hot chocolate right here. So I'm just putting that on the outer corners here. And I'm kind of like patting it in before blending it out, just to kind of place that color down. Put it on this side so you can see. And now I'm blending it up into my crease like this. Okay, so once I have that, I'm going to take a flat brush and go into sweet toffee right here. It's this coppery color. Super pretty. I'm going to put that all over like the inner corner, basically all over my lid, but not all the way to where we just put that dark brown. So I'm just going in and placing that all over my lid. And if you have this palette, you know that there's quite a bit of fallout, which is why I'm doing my eyes first. Turned the camera a little bit because I feel like I was getting a little washed out. So I'm actually going to take my setting spray and wet down my flat brush and go back over that with the sweet toffee. So much fallout. Like, look at all that fallout. I don't know if you guys can tell how bad that is, but I'm going to go back into that hot chocolate shade, open up my outer corners again, just to redefine that. This is like the perfect brush to get in those outer corners when you do looks like this. It's the e.l.f. blending brush. It's like, I mean, it's e.l.f., so it's at the drugstore. So now I'm going to take makeup wipe, which I don't have right here, so BRB. I'm going to wipe up that fallout. So I'm going to wipe, I was hoping to wipe away that excess. Oh my gosh, it's just spreading all over my face. Okay. Okay. So now we're going to go into that palette and with a flat brush into the black down here, smudge out my lash line. I'm not being really precise, kind of sloppily line out the top part of my lash line. So now I'm going to go into a brush that looks like, where is it? Found it. Okay. And I'm going to put that into my inner corner and into like a little bit of probably the first quarter section of my eye. So I'll do like that. Okay, we're going to go into the face. I'm going to go into my moisturizer and put this. I really focus it on my chin and like by my nose because that's the places that I'm the most dry, and makeup just like attacks that spot and just sits there. So once I do that, I'm going into my Renewed Hope Skin Tint. I love this. I don't like super full coverage looks on my face, so I think it's perfect. Just open it up and I just take my brush and I kind of dab it like that. So my brush looks like this, and then I lightly place it all over my face like that, straight into my damp beauty blender and blend it out. So you can see I have a blemish right here. It's still showing, so this is very, very light coverage. Spot conceal is what I'm going to do for like this little guy right here, which just kind of showed up this morning, so that's cool. Now I'm going to go into my concealer that matches my skin tone a little better. Go over, like spot conceal a couple of those, and very, very gently go over that one. Now I'm going to go into my lighter concealer. Just dab like this under, a little bit goes a long way. And I blend this out. I'll show you how far this goes, just one dot. So I'll do this side because you can see a little better. So I'll dot into the spot that I put the concealer, and I'll bring it down and then bring it across this way. And then I start blending it out. Like, look how far I was able to make that spread. Oh, crap. And I'll do the same on this side. So I'll dab it in there, then I bring it down, and basically make that triangle with that one dot. And then I blend it out. And then I'll take the butt end and I'll go over where I tend to look really cakey, which is like right here. I hate that. I think it looks so bad. And because the butt end of my blender is still like the wettest part, so I'm trying to soak up as much as I can under my lip. Now I'm going to spray my face. And we'll go to bronzer. So the bronzer I use is the Naked Skin Bronzing Beauty Balm. I've had this forever. Like, it's for sure expired. But whatever. And I put it right here. And right here. And whatever just happens, I'm not squeezing now. And I just kind of put it, whatever is like left over, I'm like kind of scraping my forehead. And I'll put it along my forehead there. And with my beauty blender, I blend that out. And when I'm blending out, I'm like kind of pushing upwards. Like that. My highlight. I go into this L'Oreal True Match Liquid Glow Illuminator. I love this stuff. Like, I've used this on days where I literally only put brow gel in my hair, and that was it. It goes on your skin so well. And it takes like a tiny little dot, and I'll dab it out with my finger first, and then I go back over it. Like, look how pretty. It has a little bit of like a purpley pink tint to it, but it looks really, really pretty. I'm going to go into my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer and go over everything I bronzed with that, with the powder. Lightly down the sides of my nose here. And now I'm going to go into this Jaclyn Hill X Becca palette. It looks like this, also another old palette. And I'm going to use the bronzing shade in here as my blush. And I just kind of tap it on like that. And it actually shows up pretty pink on my skin, so it's not brown. So I would not use this as like an actual bronzer. Okay, so now I'm gonna go into the highlight that's in here. There's Champagne Pop in here, and then the other one that she created, I don't know what it's called. Actually, it says here, Prosecco Pop. I'm just gonna literally go like this and go over my highlight, and I bring it up and around in this C shape right here, and up onto right above my eyebrows. That. And then I take whatever's left over and I just kind of back and forth on the tip of my nose here. And then I go down the very top of my nose right here. Very glowy. Very pretty. So I just put up a brow routine. You can see it on my previous, it was my last upload. So I'm going to do my brows really quick and then be right back. If you want to watch that, I'll link it below. Okay, so now that I have my brows on, I'm going to go back into my palette here and back into that little brush that we used for the like really bright white, this highlighting shade. And I'm going to highlight underneath my brow bone. So I'm just going to highlight right underneath, basically just the arch right here. I don't go all the way under up here. Just the arch back there. Yes. I'm actually going to add that brighter highlight on the tip of my nose. There, like that. And then I just add it down, basically right there. Not directly in between my eyes, because that looks weird. Ooh, that looks really bright. I'm going to put mascara on my top lashes, and I'm going to go into my L'Oreal Lash Paradise. This mascara is what I use when I want lots of thick, beautiful lashes. It's just so good. Look at the difference there. So good and so pretty. So now I'm going to go into the palette and do my lower lash line. I go into that round e.l.f. brush that we used for this chocolate brown. And I'm going to go back into that hot chocolate. It's called hot chocolate. And just put it on the outer corner down here and connecting it with the upper shade right here. So the next shade I'm going to go into is that Sweet Toffee, that brown color here. I'm going to put that in the middle portion of my lower lash line. I'm going to actually line the inner waterline with, it's just a brown eyeliner. Line the inner waterline of my lower lash line. Now I'm just going to put mascara on the bottom lashes. I kind of like the way it looks like this because I want it to be like glowy. I'm going to line my lips with Sandstorm from NYX. And I'm going to go over that with MAC Cream de Nude. This is like my favorite nude ever. And now I'm all done, and that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and that you come back and watch other videos. Just started this channel, so I don't really have like an upload schedule, but yeah, so I think it turned out really, really pretty. This is like my favorite look to do. So hopefully you guys learned something, and if you have this palette, then sweet, you guys can copy it. If you do, follow me on all my social media, which really is just Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. I'll link that down below. I have my codes down below too if you guys want to use that. Otherwise, yeah, have a good day.